This video will show you how to draft an electronic settlement contract in CompFile. From the CompFile homepage, click Settlements. Then click Initiate Settlement. You will then begin to complete the web form by answering questions and filling in fields. For your role, you will choose either Petitioner Attorney or Respondent Attorney. Some of the fields you will be asked to complete will vary depending on your role. In this video, the Respondent Attorney will be the drafter. If you do not yet have a case number, answer No to the question, "Do you have a case number?" and a case number will be assigned once you submit the settlement contract. Otherwise, click Yes, and you will see the question appear, "Are you amending a previously approved settlement contract?" Click Yes only if you are seeking to amend a settlement contract that has been previously approved by the Commission. This is an uncommon scenario. If your contract has been returned by the Commission for revision prior to approval, the drafter of the contract would simply make the changes and keep the answer to this question, No. In certain situations, the arbitrator has lost jurisdiction over the case, and a commissioner needs to be assigned to review the contract. If you need a commissioner assigned to the case, select Yes and continue to draft the settlement contract. When you submit the contract for approval, the Commission will assign it to a commissioner for review per standard assignment procedure. Once you have answered this question, click Start. Then, input the case number into the Add Case field. When you enter the case number, do not include spaces between the numbers and letters, and include leading zeros. Then, click Search, and click the arrow to the right of the Select Case field. Then, select the case. For contracts involving multiple cases, you can add more cases by repeating the same process. If the application for the case was filed in CompFile, you will have the option to pre-populate the settlement contract with information from the original or amended application. This does not work if the application was filed on paper. Click Next and continue to fill in the necessary fields. As you do, notice that there are fields in which you can add notes if needed. All notes become part of the contract. They will be visible to all parties when they view the contract in CompFile and will appear on the printed version that you can download from CompFile. In the Temporary Total Disability Benefits section, you can add multiple time periods by clicking Add TTD dates. You can remove a time period if necessary by clicking the arrow to the right of the time frame. The Terms of Settlement box allows for approximately 15 single-spaced pages of text. You will likely want to copy and paste terms from your own files. You should enter all contract language into this field, including spread language and agreements for Medicare set-aside arrangements. Avoid attaching any addendums or riders. The arbitrator or commissioner will not separately stamp addendums or riders. For settlement amount and deductions, click the Add Amount and Deductions button. This will open a box that will allow you to enter in amounts and add notes if necessary. In this example, the respondent counsel is drafting the settlement, so you will see that he or she cannot add deductions. Only a petitioner attorney can add deductions. When the petitioner counsel reviews and signs the contract, the deduction fields will become available. The amount the employee will receive is auto-calculated. You can now upload relevant documents. A medical report is required in order to submit a settlement contract to the IWCC. Note: select MSA documentation only for third-party items like a CMS approval letter. Language regarding administration of an MSA should not be attached separately, but instead should be placed directly in the terms of settlement. To see step-by-step how to upload documents, please see the video CompFile Fundamentals. If you input a case number when you started drafting the settlement contract, the other attorney parties on the case will pre-populate. If another attorney becomes involved in the case, they must file an appearance. If you did not file an application and receive a case number for the settlement you are drafting, you can add opposing counsel on this page. To add an attorney, click Add to Signature List. You will then choose whether the other attorney is a petitioner or respondent attorney. Next, search for the attorney by clicking the magnifying glass at the right of the contact box. If the search field does not bring up the attorney you are looking for right away, try putting an asterisk in front of the name. Attorneys who have not completed their registration in CompFile will not be able to review and sign a contract. If an attorney's name does not appear in the search menu, that attorney has not registered in CompFile, and he or she will have to be prompted to do so. After you have added the attorney to the signature list, you can add another attorney for e-signature. You can also remove. On the next screen, you will see the question, does respondent's insurance or service company need to sign the settlement contract? This question is being asked because sometimes the respondent should directly sign a contract. Oftentimes, this occurs when a petitioner attorney settles a case directly with an insurance company. For third-party adjuster contracts, this is where the drafter should add the adjuster. If you click Yes, the signature list will appear, and you will be able to add the respondent's insurance or service company representative to the signature list. If you wish to remove this respondent from the contract, do not change the answer to the question from yes to no. This will simply make the respondent disappear from the screen, but they will remain on the signature list. Changing no back to yes will make the respondent reappear so that you can remove them by clicking on the arrow next to their name. Now, you can add a comment for the arbitrator or commissioner to communicate handling instructions or background information on the case. This comment will be visible to opposing counsel. To add your comment, click Add Comment, and you will be able to type or copy and paste in the box provided. Then click Add. You can also remove. The body parts section is for informational lookup purposes only. It is not relevant to the terms of the settlement. Click Add Body Part, and a box will appear where you can choose a body part from the drop-down menu and enter the percentage of permanent loss. If there is no permanency involved in the settlement, you can also select NA. Choose the body part, enter the percentage of permanent loss, then click Add. For multiple injuries, you can add another body part by clicking Add Body Part again. Next, you are asked if any right to future medical expenses or any right to additional compensation is reserved. Some attorneys are in the practice of striking through text in the petitioner's signature attestation to reinforce reservation of rights. This is no longer necessary, as attestation now always defers to the terms of settlement. To view the attestation language, you can print a copy of the contract on the next screen. Now, the settlement contract can be circulated for signatures. As the drafter, you may add your e-signature now or wait until all other parties have signed. To e-sign, click the arrow to the right of your name and click e-sign. To send the contract to all others on the signature list, click Route for Signatures. Your opposing counsel and any other e-signers on the signature list will receive an auto-generated email notifying them that the contract is awaiting their signature. The status will change from draft to routed for signatures. In Routed for Signatures status, the contract cannot be edited by the drafter. If you need to make changes after routing for signatures, open the contract, scroll all the way to the bottom of the first screen, and click Changes Needed. The contract can now be edited, and the status will read Returned by Attorney. In Returned by Attorney status, the non-drafter cannot e-sign or add comments or documents to the contract. Clicking Changes Needed deletes any signatures that were previously applied to the contract. This is because the IWCC needs to know that all parties have signed off on any changes. Once you are done making changes, you must route the contract for signature again to send it back to the opposing counsel. If you want to delete a contract, you can delete by clicking the arrow to the right of the settlement on your Settlements page. Only the drafter can delete the contract, and the drafter can only delete the contract if it has never been submitted to the IWCC. The delete option is available in the statuses Draft or Returned by Attorney. If you have routed the contract for signature and you want to delete it, you must click Changes Needed first. Then you will be able to delete.